It is time for the end of season review, a transfer special, the MLS draft. We got a lot of stuff to do in this episode. Let's get into it. Time for the end of the season review. We got a lot of stuff to go over here. Nyman wins Fans Player of the Year. Anguello fought in second, Jensen in third. Goal of the season was by James McAtee. Signing of the season was Moses Nyman. He was also the young player of the season for us. Stat-wise, Anguello had 28 goals. Muse had the highest overall rating. Wagner with the most assists. Santos with the best pass completion. Anguello with the most matches, player of the matches. Jensen and Inez with 12 yellow cards, the naughty boys. We've done the expectation thing. We knocked off a couple things. I really tried to get that off. Wasn't able to. So this is what we're looking to do going forward. Sign Brazilian players, play possessions football, high tempo football. 2-year contract for the players. Challenge for the MLS next year. Work toward winning the MLS. So we're still sitting at that kind of spot. They have updated a couple of our staffing numbers, which is big. We've got 2 more spots for scouts, which is I'm really excited about that. We've also brought in a loan manager. I really never used that. 2 more physios, which is good. I mean, almost one young player this season. He got second. Warren got third. Jensen claimed the defender of the year. That is great news. But there's still a couple more awards to come out. The MVP, a couple other things. I can't remember all of them. We've got a commercial summary in looking at the merchandise that we've sold. Anguello was the top selling jersey. McAtee, Warren, Wagner, and Jose also on that list. Sponsorship didn't change any. It's still 5.8. We did lose a little bit of money in the broadcast revenue. Corporate hospitality went up. Competition prize money went up. And then match day commercial and retail went up as well. I thought what we could do is we could look at the players that are leaving the club relatively soon. I've brought in a couple guys on trial. I think I'm going to sign this Daniel Skinner kid. Defensive midfielder, play right back as well. Kind of can play in the middle. Just another option, really. You know, nothing crazy, but just a player that can fill a role. So let's see, the 25th. So from here and up is the players that will be leaving the squad after their contract expires next month. Luis Padilla, Joshua Smith, Elliot King, Rosario, Derek Williams, and Robinho. The only player that I would consider bringing back is Robinho, but we've gone past him already. So I'm not planning on bringing any of these guys back. The only issue with them is they all have American nationality. Derek Williams and Robinho has it as a second nationality, and the rest of them are United States players. So we're in kind of a pickle on that. I think what we'll do is we'll draft mainly Americans. If not second nationality. Jensen is wanted by a club in China. So that could be an international spot. Anguello, he is wanted by a club in China as well. I think it's the same clubs, ain't they? Yeah, it is. Prefer not to see him leave, but, you know, sometimes the stuff happens. So we do have some interesting decisions to make. We're about a month out from scouting the MLS draft. And getting into that, we'll know what we're going to do with the squad then after these guys are out. We get the new guys in. Obviously, we're going to have more picks this year than last. I don't think, how do you see that? Draft allocations? Oh, I'm sorry. We have 1 pick. That's disappointing. I thought we had more than that. So we got 1 pick in the MLS draft, 28th pick overall. Probably won't get as great of a player as we want. And then the rest of it will have to come through people that we brought in, like Nyman this year, Paredes. Who else? Did we bring Whittle in last year? Has he been here 2 years? Yeah, person like Whittle, bringing him in. Sebastian Anderson. That kind of player. So they're really not much upgrades over these players. Potentially you could argue signing Padel to a contract. I just don't see anything in his game that I really like. Joshua Smith, I don't really see re-signing him. Got good tackling. I mean, that's it. He's not. I want somebody that has a little bit of potential. You know, like Nyman, he came in. If he could get the 3.5 stars, I'd be tickled with that. But yeah, so we're going to have some work to do on that end. So Benji Peters will be having a bigger role next year with Robinho leaving the squad. Hopefully we can find a really good player in the 28th pick. I don't think we're going to be able to, though. A little bit of award news. Trey Muse won the MLS Goalkeeper of the Year. Thought he was well deserving of that award. He played really well for us. We're going to put our arm around him. We're going to congratulate him. He had 35 appearances. He allowed 36 goals. He averaged a 7.06 rating. A pretty good season for him. I did try to trade for the, what was his last name, Skinner guy. But they wanted our first round pick for him, so I canceled that deal. Didn't want to do that. That's what this transfer is. Kind of weird because it's kind of bugged out a little bit. As you can see, I don't have anything there, and it only happens, the only time that the notification stays there is MLS trades. So don't know if that's a bug or not, but it is a little bit of an issue. We're sitting in November right now, so we're not at the draft quite yet. We're still a good little bit away from it. I'm still debating on these guys right here. Joshua Smith, he's wanted by somebody. I don't even know who this is. In the Mexican Expansion League. I could see us maybe signing Padilla. I don't see Robinho or Derek Williams staying with the club. The Derek Williams will free up a lot of salary cap for us. I just noticed that. He's $686,000. So that'll be nice to get that off the table for us. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do anything right now, but we'll be back in a little bit, guys. We have a bit of an issue. As you can see, there's a transfer right there. We've got a lot of people that's interested in a couple of our players. We've had to turn down a couple offers on McAtee. Watford has came in for him. Everton has came in for him. We had a promise that $7.5 million is what we would let him leave for. I don't want to let him leave for that. I really want to keep him, but he kicked up a big fuss about me not accepting those offers. But even bigger news than that, Jensen, we have a big offer on the table for him for $10 million in China. The thing about it is, if we sell him, that would give us some money. And I think we could sign a center back from Brazil that's even better than him and could potentially be cheaper than him. We can make money off of it. But I don't want to let him go just because he's been with us since the Super Sport days, dating back to from here up, he's been with us. So it's kind of sad to see him go, but I think we take the offer. Something else has came up as well. Let's see if we can find it. I don't know if we'll be able to because it's been a while since it happened. Yeah, Warren won the Young Player of the Year again. 36 appearances, 21 goals, 10 assists, put down an average rating of 7.29. Nyman was there as well. Really shocked that he beat Rania out, considering Rania is valued at $69 million. Joe Warren is valued at 5.75. He's wanted by a club as well. Didn't realize that. Another Chinese club. I'm not going to let him go for that. But I think we make the offer on him. We have signed a couple players. Two to be in particular. Where are they? I thought we brought in two. We might have an offer on one of them. We brought in Jordan Ingram, a defensive midfielder, can play center back and regular midfield. 2-star player. 4.5-star potential player. Looks to be a solid little depth piece for us. Kind of glad to bring him in. But what we're going to do, I don't want to do it, but I think you've got to for that offer. I mean, I think we accept it when we shop him out for $10 million. Or for $12 million, bump it up. Try getting in a bidding war with some people for him. Don't know if anybody else will bid on him, but it's sad to see him go. But I think it's the right thing for building the club. It is time for our lone pick in the MLS Superdraft. Got a guy selected that I think I want. Not really that great of a player. It's not what we had last year, but it's not a determination thing. I was looking at his determinations rating. It's more of a depth thing for this. He's a 2-star player. He's got decent head and decent marking, good tackling. His positioning's okay. He's got really good work rate. He's got good balance, good jumping reach. Looks to be a good aerial threat as a center back. 6'1". And like I said, he's not going to be a starter. He's never going to be a starter for us, but I think that's who we're going to draft. He may spend some time on the second team, but with this is who I wanted, and I couldn't. I'm really confused by this. This is originally who I wanted. Dennis Tran. This is who I want. Okay, so let's try this again. I tried drafting him earlier and it didn't work, but now it's saying that it doesn't look like he's drafted. Where did he go? Screw that other guy. If we can get Dennis Tran in, he's not drafted, right? I think he's a better option, really, as a right back. Not great at crossing, but same situation. He's going to be a depth piece. He's got good marking, good passing, good tackling, good technique. He's got some good mental attributes as well. His pace is a little bit lower than what I like, but he's got a resolute personality. He's who I want. We're going with Dennis Tran. We have picked Dennis Tran with our pick. We're going to sign him. Probably not on screen, but sign him. One thing that's to note, Jensen has left the club. Sad to see him go. He left the club for $10 million. He went to China. Not going to try to pronounce that, but he is out of the club. Trying to bring in another center back to come in to be the starter over him. He's not quite as good. I'll go ahead and show him to you. He's not quite as good as Jensen, but I like him a lot. Nunez is his name. Trying to bring him in for 4.4. 3-star player right now. He's got decent heading, decent marking, good tackling, good mentals. Fairly determined player, can play either foot. I think he can come in and play a player that can take that spot and potentially be better than him in the future. He's not there yet, but he's close. I think that's what we're going to do. Nobody else has came in for offers on any of our players, which is good, which is what we want. Joe Warren right now is currently wanted by China. Jordan Ingram, the guy we just signed, he is wanted on loan. Guy that I don't care about, he is wanted for loan as well. But this is what we're looking at with the squad right now. After we get the Dennis Tran fella in, I'm going to look at the squad a little bit closer, see if we can sign any Americans to bring into the squad that can potentially fill some holes. We're not looking that bad. Obviously, depth-wise, that's where the drop-off is our depth. We don't really have a lot of depth. It's really similar to last year. We got Ruan on the right side. We got Emerson Santos. Inez can play over there. Anderson can play there. Those are all players that can play at this level. Their star ratings aren't that good, but they can play there. Santos and Sandler, Reese can play in the center. The new guy that we're bringing in, the two new guys, can play there. Left-hand side, Inez and Whittle. I would like to sign a backup, another left back. Midfield, we know where we're at with that. We got McAtee, Wagner, Nyman, Pacheco, Sandler, Wagner. Looks good there. Left-hand side, we got Anguello and Jose. Olivia. Middle, we got McAtee, we got Olivia, we got Pacheco there. Right-hand side, we got Joe Warren, we got Paredes. Might would like to try bringing in somebody right there as well. Striker, we're good at. We got Saw, we got Anguello, we got Warren, we got McAtee. Pretty good at that spot as well. So I think the spots we need to fill with some Americans this offseason is right side and the left-hand side there. But I think we're pretty good, guys. We'll be back if there's any transfer news in a bit. The end of season is coming to a close. We've signed a couple more players, I think. We're trying to sign Francisco Harris. He's a 2-star player, 4-star potential ability player. Just a depth piece that can go on the our B side. Nothing really to note there. Not a lot has happened transfer-wise after the draft. We brought in Ralph Vasquez, a center back option, 2-star, 4.5-star potential ability. And once again, this is just a depth piece kind of add. Nothing crazy out of this. I don't see much more happening for us because we're at our international limit. I can't find any more players that can really come in and help the squad. I feel like we did sign one more player. Where is he? Thought he was a left back option. Am I crazy? Look at trades. Where's this guy at? Where's trades? All trades. Sam Vines. Okay, did I not? I was trying to sign this guy as well. He's a backup left back option. Apparently I didn't offer him a contract. We're going to do that, and that's going to be the last of the business. I'm going to come back for the Philadelphia Union New York City FC matchup. I'm going to play this Champions League matchup off screen because it's the first leg. We should be able to win this match. I got to get some videos rendered, though. That's why we're ending this episode a little bit earlier than what we typically would during a transfer window. But we'll see you at this matchup right here. Hey, if you enjoyed that video, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think we're going to do this season. We're going to repeat, hopefully so. As always, appreciate you guys watching.